Welcome to the another lesson for class 10 SEBA board computer science classes. So today we'll be continuing with our array in C classes. This is the part 3 of arrays in C programming, and the part 1 and part 2 of the array program is already covered in our previous video. So let's begin. So this is one of the example that is present in your class 10 textbook, where the problem statement is we need to search a number from series of number. So basically what will happen is user will enter like a particular integer where he will specify like how many elements he is going to enter. Then he starts entering the element, okay, and once the user starts entering that element, after that user is prompt to answer like which item he wanted to search. Okay, now when the user entered an item to search, what basically the program will give an output is if that item, whatever the item that user has entered, is present in the list of numbers that he had entered earlier, then we return the output as an index of that particular array. Okay, say for example the user has entered 5, then once user entered as 5, user needs to enter the 5 numbers. Say user enters 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Then after the user enters those 5 numbers, we again ask the user to enter a particular number. Okay, so the user has entered 30. So what basically our program should return is what is the index that 30 is present. If 30 is present in that series of elements that he has entered earlier, then we need to return them with the index of that element. So in this case 30 is present in the third element, so we need to return like the index of that third element, and the index of the third element would be 2 because the array index will start from the 0. So this is the overall like idea of like how this program is going to work out, and here is the explanation. Okay, so if you see here, number is an array of the size 20, then there is total element and then the item. Total element, like initially we will ask the user to enter like how many number is or the what is the total number of elements he is going to enter. So it can be like 5, 6 or whatever. Then we start taking the input from the user. This is basically the for loop. It is same for loop that we had discussed in our previous programs as well. So we do the scanf and then we start taking the input from the user. So here the user has entered all the number. Then after the user has entered all the number, we again ask the user to enter the number that he wanted to search. Okay, then he entered that number. And then we have this logic. This is basically a logic where there is a while loop, and in this while loop like we are initially checking what is the number that is coming in that for that particular while loop iteration, and then we are comparing that with the item. Item is nothing but the whatever the user has entered. So if that element is equal to, if that array element is equal to the item or the number that the user is wanted to search, then we give them a print like this is found in this particular index, and then we return a 0. Once we return a 0, the program terminates, and then it prints the index of that program. Okay, now here if you see, I have given you a stepwise explanation of like how this program is running. Okay, so user enters total number of element, total element variable. This variable is storing say user has entered the 5. Okay, now the total element variable holds the value of 5. Now the loop starts. Once the loop starts, user starts entering the number. So like here if it will come as enter element percentage d 0 plus 1, that means percentage d will be replaced with 1. Enter element 1, then user has entered 10, then again this way it will go till all the 5 numbers are taken as an input from the user. And once this for loops conditions finishes, then again there is a print statement, enter the number you wanted to search, and then the user has entered 30. Okay, now what happens, our we initialized a variable index equal to 0. Here the index is equal to 0. Now there is a while loop. So while loop runs similar to the kind of for loop that we have here, only the thing is like here initially we need to define a condition. Okay, and as long as this condition holds true, our program continues to run. Okay, so here if you see 0 is less than 5, index value is 0, 0 is less than 5, condition is true, then what we have this condition, number of index. Now number of index means number of 0, which is 10. 10 is equal to item. Item means the user has entered the 30 here. Is 10 is equal to 30? No, it is not equal to 30. So if it is not equal to 30, then what happens, the program doesn't enter here. Okay, it will move to this line. Now index will become index plus 1. What was the index value earlier? Index value was 0. Now the index value became 0 plus 1. Index value became 1. Now again it goes to the while condition. Index value is 1. 1 less than total element. So total element is 5. So 1 less than 5, condition is true. Again it entered here. Okay. Now in this if condition will get executed. Number of 1 is 25. Okay, is 25 is equal to item is 30. Now the comparison becomes 25 is not equal to 30, right? If it is not equal to 30, the condition this block doesn't runs, and when this block doesn't run, it moves here. Now once it moves here, we have that index value was 1. Now index plus 1 plus 1 is 2. Now what happens, it goes again here, 2 less than 5, total element was 5. Now index current value is 2 less than 5, condition is true, it goes here. Now number of 2, now it goes here, number of 2 the user has entered as 30. 30 is equal to item holds the value of 30. So is 30 is equal to 30? Yes, 30 is equal to 30. Match is found. The print is given, like the given number is found at index percentage d. Now this percentage d get replaced with the index. The match got found when the index was 2, right? Here the index was 2. We are comparing the 0, 1 and 2 index. Okay, so it prints the given number is found in the array at index 2, and then we have this return statement. Once we have this return 0, it doesn't check here like for the next iteration. Okay, return 0 will terminate the program directly. So it terminates this program after printing this statement. Okay, so the statement gets printed, the given number is found in the array at index 2, and then the program ends. Okay, so this is like overall like how this logic gets executed, and I have shown you with one of the example like how the user is entering the number, then he is prompted to enter all these numbers that he wanted to enter, then he again enter another number. This number is stored in the variable item, and this is the number that he wanted to search in the previously entered numbers. And once the match is found, the program returns the index of that array. So in this case it returned the number is 2. Okay, so hope this is clear to everyone. Let us move on to the next program. So this is a very simple program. The only difference is till now we have seen all the arrays which belongs to the type of integer, but array can not just hold integers like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It can hold other other kind of types as well, like strings, floats, etc. So this is a program that takes the input from the user and displays the strings character. Say for example, if we have entered say program, okay, if we have entered the program, then what the program will print is program. Okay, this is like what is the expected output from this program. Let's see how it goes. So we have has included stdio.h, then we included another declaration here, has include string.h. String.h is entered because right now we will be asking the user to enter the string instead of integer. So we declared an array of character type which holds like around 20 elements in it. So here is the print statement, enter your name, then gets name it's basically work like a scanf, like whatever the scanf that we used to do, right? This does the same thing. So here the user enters the name, your name is puts, so puts will give you like it works like a printf, and then it displays your like if you have entered here program, then it will display the program. Now this is the main part where what happens is like we start from the index 0 and then we goes to index less than string length strlen name index plus plus. So strlen name will give you the length of the string. So in this case 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So it will be replaced with strlen name will be replaced with 7 here. So it will run from 0 to 6. That means it will run for the 7 times, and every time it runs it prints like the name 0, name 1, name 2, name 3, name 4, name 5, name 6. Okay, so it will print like name 0. If this program is put in this like the name array, then name 0 will give you P, name 1 will give you R, name 2 will give you O, name 3 will give you G, name 4 will give you R, name 5 will give you A, and name 6 will give you M, and then the program terminates. So this is like the very simple program where you enter where you ask the user to enter a name, then you print all the characters that are present in that string individually. Okay, hope this is clear, and we can move on to the last part, which is like the demerits of array. Okay, so far we have seen like how do we work on the array kind of structure, right? So basically array holds the data types of like similar kind. Say if it is an integer, then it holds all the integer types of data. If it is a float, then it will hold all the like data elements which belongs to the float. But there are certain demerits of an array, and these are defined below. Like one is the fixed size. So before using any array, we must declare its size, that is the capacity. Once declared, the size cannot be changed during program execution. Example, if an integer array is declared with the size 10, we cannot store 11 integers in it. So basically what it is saying is array is having a fixed size. Okay, you cannot change the size of the array once it is declared in the beginning of the program. Okay, so if you see here, whenever this is an array, right, this is an array of whose name is name, and then it is holding the all the data types of the type character. Okay, and then we are declaring the size as 20. Now what happens is, like, if you want to enter like 21 or 22 elements in this array, this will give you an error. Okay, that it is telling that array is of like fixed size and we must declare its capacity before using any array. Okay, but the another thing is, if you are declaring an array of size 20, you can always choose to like fill the elements which can be of size, let's say, less than 20. It can the name array can hold like 5 elements, 10 elements, 18 elements, 20 elements, but it cannot hold 25 elements or 28 elements, because the 25 and then 28 elements are larger than the size of the array that has been declared. So it is the only point that is trying to make is like it is of size, it is of fixed size. Then we move on to the another part, which is homogeneous data. An array can only store data of the same type. Example, an integer array cannot store float or character values. So basically, initially whenever we declare an array, right, here the array is declared as character. So if you want to put an integer value to this name array, it will give you an error. So you cannot put like 10, 20, 100 in this name array, because you have explicitly declared it as character. So it will only hold the data types of the type character. It cannot hold another data type, say float or the integer data type. Okay. Then contiguous storage. All elements of an array are stored in contiguous memory location. This makes insertion or deletion of an element at arbitrary position difficult. So what happens here, what is the point that is trying to make is, whenever you declare an array, right, so if you are declaring this array of size 20, what it happens is, in the computer it will like try to block all the memory spaces in a continuous manner. So this way it is trying to hold, like say name you have declared, so it will try to create a 20 space kind of blocks in the computer memory, which is like of the continuous nature. So it is hold serially, so it is not scattered anywhere, but it would be like linear or a continuous memory space. And the demerit of this is like, if you want to try to do an insertion or deletion kind of operation in that context, it is very difficult to do that. Okay, because that is held in the contiguous memory storage location. Okay, so these are the demerits of array, and I think we have covered entirely the array lesson that we have in our chapter. And in the next lesson we will try to do the exercise questions. We'll try to solve the entire exercise series of questions, and we'll wrap up the array section after that. Thank you so much for your time.